Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. At the start of the show, we had 213 members of Tom's Army. So, it's a new month, starting renewals again. It's up and down, up and down. But for the 213 members that continue to show support, I much appreciate each and every one of you. For the almost 2,665 subscribers to the channel in just under 4 months, I could not be more grateful. Now, we have to talk about some business. If you guys are looking at the comments, obviously you've seen Lachey's comment. Take that for what it's worth, because that is a extremely high gamble to take at this point with everything you know. Obviously, it could come up, but if you were going to buy in at this point, I would highly suggest you wait for it to get topside of 35.1 and show some true strength. Because if you buy in now, chances are it's just going to tank on you, and it's where dead money goes to die. So take that comment with a grain of salt. She has an in, she has an out, she has her stop loss at 59 cents, so act accordingly. And she bought in at 59 cents, so she is up. So if you're trying to buy in at 63 cents, this is a huge gamble. From 59 to 63, just to sell out at 59 again would be a tax implication. But when you're trading, that's just cost of doing business. That's how I look at it. That's how she looks at it. That's how most day traders look, or long holders, or whatever you want to call us, when you're actively trading. So just take that for what it's worth, because I know some of you guys have read it. I know some of you guys have messaged me. So that can change on an hourly basis. That's trying to jump on something that could potentially hit or not. That's extremely risky, and I would say her logic right now is about 25% chance that it could succeed. And she even said it's a risk, so a 3-to-1 gamble, in my opinion. If you do this 100 times, it might work 20, if that. If you drew this exact thing out. But the problem is there's factors going on. The repo man's collecting. You got futures closing tonight, guys. And crashing volume. If you watch my channel, you know what all three of those mean. You know what it means to have crashing volume at a time like this. That's not what you want. We can go into the 1 minute on Bitcoin. Nothing's changed. I'm not exactly sure what has changed. Even in the 1 minute, it shows it's building ahead and it's rounding the top. It built a structure so it can come farther down below 32.7. Nothing more, nothing less. I see things most people don't, but I see nothing that suggests that it's going to do anything else. Could it go up to 33.5, 34? Sure, it could. I'm not in the business of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I'm in the business of what's going to happen. And if I'm not in a position actively, obviously I don't think it's going up. You got moving averages down below at the 200 days, way down on the 3 minute. But then you go farther, and guys, when you pull this out into the weekly and the daily, the weekly's on a right shoulder. The daily is building structure of a right shoulder. The other one took the stairs up until it got past this part, and then it took the elevator. Now we're building stairs. I don't see any reason why this would go back up. Not yet. I don't know why it would come back down to this level just to bounce. It makes no sense to me. And when it makes no sense, I don't enter a position. If it goes up and people hit the lottery, well, I hope they do, because I don't want to see anybody lose money. In fact, I would rather see this go up and then I catch it on an upswing, because then I know nobody's losing money. And I know how to trade, so I would no harm, no foul. But with all that being said, to me, right here, right now, this just doesn't seem like the time to do it, guys. Just in my personal opinion. If you were going to get on it, you would have had to jump on 59 cents. And hope to God it went up to 66 just to have some kind of profit. It got smacked when I got up here. I don't expect anything different to happen. I don't know what happened to my drawings. They all got deleted, which is ridiculous and sucks. I don't even know where my drawing tool is on the side. Oh, there we go. All right. So You guys know what I think's going to happen. Eventually, we're going to come around and we're going to do something. But right now, I mean, could we come up to the moving averages? Sure, we could. But that's basically all we've done today. And honestly, if you're calling for a big gain, you would want to see something that would prove that in the volume. There is no volume. There's no volume that would support a gain right now. I'm a technical guy. There's nothing technically speaking that says this is going up, period. If anything, it says we're building a structure just to crash even harder. That's what it looks like to me. Like I say all the time, I'm not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? No. But I'm the best in the business at what I do, period. I've done this time and time and time again. Seen time and time and time again the same responses. So, be very, very cautious if you're entering in a position here. I'm not seeing any volume that would indicate why we would go up all of a sudden. We've not increased in trend. I can even pull this out when it was up at higher levels. 19, 20, 20. That doesn't indicate enough to come swinging back up to the next level. I think we have to come down. I think we're going to come down into this level somewhere. So I think what you would expect, you could get you could do these little bounces or whatever. But I think at the end of the day, you're coming down here, and then you're going to decide if you're going to stay here, swing around, or go farther. That's what I think. I've stuck to it this entire time, so why would I change now? T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XM and Future Digibite OG, and that goes from all, guys. Bitcoin, I said was going to go up to 33.5, so am I surprised? No. So, guys, if you want to look at it, though, lower high, lower high, lower high. Just on the current patterns. Right? Didn't do anything. But you could say lower low, lower low. If we come back down through this and come through this, that would be a terrible sign if you're looking for Bitcoin to do something. If you think Bitcoin's going to do something, you better hope it bounces like this. Because there is nothing here volume-wise that supports a structure build. In fact, it all supports a huge collapse, like a mega collapse. Could we pick up some volume? Sure we could, and if we do, I'll come back on. I don't know. I'm just not, I don't know. Right now, there's absolutely no volume. Like, I mean, when you say there's no volume, there is absolutely no, look at the 1 minute, guys. There is absolutely no volume, and there is nothing I can do to change this. There's so little volume, this thing doesn't even want to stay on the list. I'm gonna have to close this and reopen it. That's how low volume there is. It's fucking up my price volume trend because it's so low. Look at XLM, guys. 160,090. This is, now you go into the minute. We're not even going to look at the price volume trend. Well, I mean, you can see it still, but it's brutal. 4,000 XLM a minute, and you want me to believe this is going up? XRP, 20,000 XRP in a minute, and you want me to believe this is going up? When these, historically, when they go up, XRP, millions per minute, millions of shares a minute. I know I was a part of the last run up from the very beginning. Well, not very beginning, but from the 38 cent mark. Now, here's something I want you guys to consider in the weekly. Actually, you know what? No, the monthly. CXRP, when it had its run, You had one big green wick, right? And I'm going to show you the difference between now and 17. Ready? One. Candle wick pulls back. Then you get a second one consecutively. And then you get the reversal on the third one. See how it went all the way up to 3+ and pulled all the way back in the monthly? Just like the one before, it went all the way up to 250 and pulled all the way back down under $1. Way under. Well, it started under $1, but it pulled all the way back almost. Let's go into the current times, guys. Again, you had one candle wick up. Didn't get to $2, pulled back down. You had a second candle wick. Now you got third and fourth one that reversed. Two candle wicks up. Third and fourth one that reversed. Another one on the fifth that would go down. A sixth one that kind of looks like it could start a reverse and then it continues going. We're only on the second one here, folks. So if you want to talk about what happened in 17, we got a long ways down to go. Or 18, 17 into 18. This is going to be 20 into 20, or 21 into 22. This had not nearly the momentum, but had the exact same structure. So yeah, it had the same structure, but when you want to compare 17 to now, the volume's nowhere near the same. The volume now started at it. It had like twice the volume it had. Back in 18, 17, it was coming off 21 million average volume in a minute segment, or in an hour, and it was turning it into billions for 4 hours. This is in the billions still, but it was coming off of the billions. It was like 2 billion per, you know, and let's go to the 4 hour. When we get into these big fucking wicks. Now let's go to the daily. Daily will be easier. And guys, 860, then you get up to the billions, right? If we go all the way back, oh, we got to go into the weekly or monthly. Well, we could do it in the monthly and show you the exact same thing. So here in the monthly, right before this, you had 33.7 million, 48. Then you go to 26.1 billion, 28 billion. Look, guys, that's a huge jump. 12.58 to 33 million to 48 million to 26 billion was your jump on that increase. This one, 29 billion, 29 billion. We had to jump to 33 billion. 33 billion. That's barely any volume pickup for that increase. This is not, in order for this to be anything like 17, this would have to have been in the trillions in volume. We went from 45 million in volume in a monthly to 24 billion in the 17 run up. In this one, we had 33 billion or 29 billion. It went up to 33. That is not the same. I don't care what anybody says. When you have historical evidence on your side, you can clearly see a picture nobody else can. Even in the monthly, that looks like it's coming down on a right shoulder. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire Side by Max. I'm on Future Digibet OG. Join Tom's Army. Get me here full time. Period. Point blank. Nothing else to say. Stay true. Stay blessed.